Hello, welcome to Regenerate, Don't Degenerate. We're going to do some core stretching exercises. We did our core exercises yesterday. We get to stretch a little bit.
My back is all recovered.
You know, she just was...
I just torqued something to begin with.
I'm guessing she wasn't as warmed up as she needed to be. Who agrees with that? I think that's probably what's happening. You got to warm up, and that's what I'm telling you. Warm up now before you do this. We're doing stretching, so you definitely need to be warmed up before that so you can get the most from it. So please, pause this, do some warm up for like 10 minutes, get your body going. We're going to be working on our core, a little bit on our back to stretch them out and get them working better for us. We're going to start with a lat stretch. It's called the 90-degree lat stretch. So if you have a table or something, that works. What we have is a chair. So you take yourself out and you're just stretching this. We're going to do this for like 30 seconds. Nice stretch. You're probably feeling this in your back and down the back side of your legs. I have my legs straight, locked in place. I'm breathing. As you can tell, I'm talking, so you know I'm breathing.
Great.
So yeah, this is an easy one. This is a good one. This is one pretty much everybody can do in one form or another. If you can't go as low as we're going, that's fine. Take yourself down to what you can. But this is something your back is begging you to do. I don't care what kind of shape you're in. This is going to be good for you. It's going to feel great. Now, if you're starting...
My arms got tired, so I just kind of moved my arms back and then swing them back up.
If you're feeling uncomfortable, you can come out of it a little bit early. That's fine. Same instruction that I give for all the other exercises. We're done with this chair. We're going to move this out of the way now, so we're not having it in the way. So how does that feel? Let's kind of shake that out now. This is going to see us when we're down. We're going to go down into the cat-cow. This is a great one for the back. We use this for our cool downs quite often, but today we're going to do the cow back up into the cat. Today we're using this as a stretch for our back as part of our routine.
Hi.
Hey, we're head to head here. Let's see who can get done first. Now we're calling this a stretch. That doesn't mean you're pushing it up, pushing it down. We're moving it, but instead of just the moving, do take it a little bit further if you can. You don't want to take it to the point of discomfort. You just want to be moving that body, getting that back and your abdomen working for you. Now, please have your core engaged while you're doing this. Very important. But we're getting this back and this abdomen to where they're moving like they need to.
I'm really
stretching out.
In. Is that okay?
Oh yeah. It's good practice to pull that belly in. Because I got to tell you, I think so often for so many of us, come up slow, okay? We kind of just let ourselves go, and we got this as we stand. But if we stand where we've got our posture correct and we're pulling ourselves in, instead of slouching it down and pushing everything out, we get a more realistic view. So, okay, I'm not saying it absolutely, you got to look good, but what I'm saying is you're going to feel better when you're doing that. You're going to feel a little more in control, a little more like, I know who I am, I know what I am, and that's really what matters. And that's where we want to be. We want to feel good about who we are and what we are. This next one's going to be a little bit hard to explain. It's called shoulder packing, and it's less of a stretch than it is to kind of prep yourself to where you're able to position your shoulder blades a little bit better. And you're not going to be able to see. So we're going to turn Rinda around. You're going to watch her from the back. So what she's going to turn like this. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our shoulders and we're going to kind of pinch our shoulder blades together. Okay? And we're keeping our core engaged, and we're going to hold those shoulders blades back like that. We're kind of packing them together. And we're going to hold them for a bit. Okay? Like that. We're going to do this a couple of times. This is an important one because quite often when we're standing, let's let it go, we kind of let we slump forward. This is forcing us to stand up straight and then to pull ourselves back. So let's do it again. Pack those shoulders again. Pack them in good and tight. How's that feeling, Renda?
That feels great.
And that's a great one, because this is not a position we normally put ourselves in. We let ourselves go into the wrong position, and as a result, our shoulder blades aren't where they should be. They're uncomfortable. Our whole back is not feeling very well.
This is something you can do when you're driving, when you're sitting.
Yes. You just kind of rock them back, rock those shoulders back, and pull those shoulder blades together. Yeah, it's a great one. Even when you're driving, you know, one hand, well, I don't know how you do it with your hands, because your hands are coming back. I guess drive with your knees. Don't do that, okay? Okay, let that go and let's relax from that. Today's going to be a bit of an easy day. That's what stretching is about, is kind of you're relaxing.
I want to get out.
2 days of sunshine, right? You know, we went for our walk yesterday. The temperature was pushing 80, and there were like hordes of people walking. We struggled to find a parking place. It was amazing. But
if we hurry, we can go.
We had to dress.
Before it rains.
We had to dress down. I mean, we had to take things off. It was so warm. It was pretty amazing. Okay. What we're going to do now is what's called a supine hollowing with lower extremity movements. What do we got outside right now?
62.
So it's morning and it's 62. Okay. We're gonna lay down. We don't have our mats. You should have your mats. And we're doing the supine thing, so we're down like this. And the hollowing is you're tightening up and pulling in, but you're not deviating your back. You're not flattening it out. You're not arching it up, but you're tightening up this core, and then you're just kind of moving your feet up and down a little bit with this core tight.
I'm going to demonstrate this in a chair for those of you who can't get on the ground. I think I've got this one figured out.
Okay, so this is one you can do without any hurting. So you know what we're doing is discovering those.
I'm kind of pelvic tilting, right?
Yes.
So what I'm doing is I'm pulling.
You're not tilting. You're not moving your back. You're not deviating your back, but you're hollowing this. You're tightening this, and you're moving your lower extremities, your feet.
So I'm going to move my feet up and down.
Just slightly. This isn't about exercising. This is about stretching. And okay, let's let that relax a bit.
Are you doing in and out?
No, I'm not doing in and out. I'm just holding it in place for like 30 seconds.
Okay.
So
you could do that one sitting. I was even doing it standing, I found.
Yes, you can do that. The advantage here is that you're not putting any other kinds of pressures anywhere, and you're still moving your feet, which is part of helping you. It's forcing you to keep your back from deviating. You're keeping it stable, and then you're doing your movements. That's what you're trying to train yourself is, hey, I don't need to do funny things with my back in order to move my feet if I've got my core engaged correctly. That's the point here. Because so often what we're doing is we're using our back wrong. We're arching it out, arching it in, and we're getting our pelvis in the wrong place, to where the stress on our back joints are wrong, and we're throwing them out of joint. That's why so often we have to be put back in, whether by a chiropractor or more advanced surgery. It's pretty important. Let's do this one more time. This is such an important one, okay? Hollow out that core and let's move those feet. Kind of wiggle your toes, your feet in and out, and picking them up and down, and keeping that back from deviating.
So while he's doing this, I just would like to bring something up.
Okay, let's let that go.
This video is coming out on Thursday, correct?
Yes.
Wednesday's video for our hardiness approach is about exercise, and it's stating it right there on the thing. Well, usually I'll have like 80 to 100 visits during the night when I put it on. We only had 35 visits last night, which tells me people don't want to exercise. They are resistant to exercise. So get in there, keep exercising, spread this word. Your body is better when you exercise.
We all need it. We'll all feel better with it. Any friend you convince, pull them kicking and screaming to exercise with you. Once they start doing it, they're going to say, oh, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Do this and then go for a walk, or go for a walk and then come and do this.
Yeah, walk first so you're warmed up, and then do some exercises, whether it's the stretching that we're talking about today or the other kinds of exercises. Okay, let's stand ourselves up. We're going to do a standing rainbow lat stretch. So we're standing up, feet about shoulder width apart. We're going to put our hands behind our heads, and we're going to lean over to the side.
Another one you could do in a chair.
Yes, very easily do this in the chair. So our core is engaged. We're upright, straight. We're not bending forward. We're not bending back, but we're standing up straight, and we're leaning to the side. We're going to hold this out a few more seconds, and then we'll switch to the other side. How's that feeling? You liking that, Rinda? Okay, let's come up to the top. Kind of sit there for a few moments. Let's go back to the other side. Core is engaged. We're breathing. We're standing up straight. We're feeling good about what we're doing. We're getting some good stretch in our back, some good motion in our back. It's loving us for it. I promise. It's saying, wow, thank you. This is helping me a lot. I really appreciate it. Okay, let's bring it back up to the top. Once again, don't push any of this to the point that it's hurting you. If you start feeling twinges, you think, ooh, this is not doing me good, I'm hurting you. Whether it's that you're not warmed up, maybe the other time you did it okay, one more time to the side, then be careful, don't hurt yourself. I want you to be able to keep doing this every day, to be encouraged to do it every day. It'll do you good by doing something every day. I'm not going to do this quite as long. Let's bring it back up to the top. Pause for just a moment. Let's go back to the other side. Let's hold it there. It's feeling good. I tell you, I'm really enjoying what we're doing. This is helping me a lot. I appreciate y'all pushing me.
I just don't hurt anymore. I mean,
bring it back up to the top.
Back yesterday, but this morning it was.
Well, she wasn't as warmed up as what she needed to be. I'm convinced of that. Now this next one is somewhat for the back. Yeah, we're going back down there. We're up, down, up, down. This next one is perhaps more for the hips. It's called a hip stretch, but your hips and your back are so connected. So tuck one leg back under you, and then bring the other one back over your knee that's bent back.
So let me show you.
And then we twist around and we put our elbow behind, our hand on the back of our head and our elbow behind our leg.
This is a dance stretch.
Yes.
Come down like this, Jim, in one movement. Watch.
Some of us can do that. So we're getting a good stretch here.
In high school.
A good stretch here. Some of you may be more familiar with this than I am, but you're going to feel this in your back. You are stretching out your back. Your hips are involved.
Be careful with your knee.
Okay, we can come out of that.
A little bit. So here's a modification. I'm going to scoot back. This knee was tweaking just a little bit, so I'm going to keep that one straight and still do it.
Adapt this to what fits and works for you.
For this one, I'm going to keep this one straight, pull this one over, and come this way.
Okay, I'm tucking back in, I'm folding out around, I'm twisting over and coming back around. You never want to hurt yourself. I can't say that too much. I keep saying it over and over.
A tiny, tiny twinge in my knee, I pulled it out.
There you go. That's important. You don't want to twinge yourself ever. Just
and this is doing just as much.
Yep. It's getting. This is about getting your back stretched out there, flexible, like we need it to be. Okay, let's come out of that. Okay, this next one is called the lower back stretch. She's going to tip it down for us.
Better.
We're going to be back like this. We're going to take our feet up, and we're just laying. We're pulling our knees into our chest. She thinks she knows an adaptation for this. Let's see what she's got for you. Now, for some, pulling their legs up may be pretty hard.
I know. So just kind of pull them up if you can. If you can only pull them 2 inches off the ground, pull them 2 inches off the ground. Because that is still getting my core. to pull them 2 inches off the ground is still getting my core.
Yes.
And I'm pushing down here and holding.
Now you're actually doing more of an exercise. This is when you're able to get them all the way in like this, you're doing a stretch. Okay, let's let them down. We're going to do that one more time after we've rested just a bit. The idea is to stretch, but if you can't even make that movement, you need to work toward it, absolutely. But it does your back a lot of good to pull those legs back in, and it stretches out this lower back, because quite often those are the muscles that aren't pliable enough, that they can't stretch enough to really let your body be in the position it needs to be in. So let's go back into that. Tuck those knees back into your chest as best you can. Adapt any way you have to, but do it the best you can. Do it as long as you can without it causing you any discomfort. But this is a great one to get that back into the shape that it needs to be in. Crucial that we're in the shape we need to be in with that back. Okay, let's let that down. Let's relax here for just a little bit. I'm going to roll over to my side so I can push myself up slowly. Slowly up, slowly up. We're going to need to move that camera again. I'm going to lose my head.
We don't want to lose his head.
I don't want you to lose my head. There we go. Now we can come up slowly. So we're going to do an oblique stretch. Feet about shoulders width apart. We're going to have hand at our side, and we're going to take our other hand up and over. So a little bit more stretchy, but this is getting us more stretched in here this time, okay? And we're holding that over to help us feel good about what we're doing. You feeling good?
I'm feeling good.
I'm glad.
We're almost done.
Yeah, we're close to done here. Great stretches. I got to tell you, you really had some good ones today. Oh, wait a minute.
You did.
I brought them. Okay, let's come up to the top. Rest there just a moment. Kind of let yourself stabilize. Hand to the side. Pull it back over. Now we're keeping ourselves straight. Core is engaged. We are breathing, right? Good breaths of air. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Stretch it on over there. Get it to stretch out a bit more for you, so it can get that stretching as much as you can. We're keeping ourselves up straight, right? We're not folding forward or falling back, right? Bring it up to the top. Bring it up to the top. Kind of let yourself stabilize for a few moments, and we'll go into what we're going to call a standing forward bend. This is similar in some ways to the stretch where we let ourselves hang down, but we're going to be wrapping our arms around to the back of our legs.
I'm going to show you that if you feel like you're going to fall, I want you to lean against a wall when you do this, near a wall.
So we're going to fold ourselves forward as much as we can. Now if you can only go this far, get your hands behind here and hold yourself down. If you can go further, do that. Wrap your arms around and hold yourself in there.
Knees bending slightly?
You can bend the knees slightly. That's not a problem.
If you feel any pressure in your lower back, stop right there.
Yep.
Don't bend any further than that.
And I will say, yeah, just go down that far. Don't go past to the point where it's causing you pain. Because, you know, if your muscles aren't ready, if your joints aren't ready, you don't want to hurt them. But you want to take yourself to the point of what you can do. That's going to be the only way you can keep what you have and even potentially regenerate and get yourself to the point that you can do more. And that's what we're after. Keep what you have first. And if it's possible to get more, let's get some more. Okay, let's come up slowly, slowly up. Especially if you've had your head below your heart.
That's why I'm leaning against the wall.
Bring it up slowly, because there's nothing that'll get you tipping over faster than putting your head below your heart for a few moments and then pulling it up really fast. Boy, if you want a head rush, that'll do it. Okay, thanks for being part of this. Let's do some breathing to start just our relaxation process. So while we're doing this, Rinna's going to keep breathing. I'm going to be doing the talking. So let's keep our eyes on her, right? Let's keep our eyes on her. I'm going to do that for sure. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of this. I really appreciate it. It's pushing me to exercise every day and to come up with better exercises and figure out better ways for all of us to keep in shape, to keep ourselves fit, to keep ourselves pliable and getting rid of those aches and pains, being proud of ourselves, holding our heads high, standing erect. It's a great journey to take. And this is all about regeneration without degenerating. That's really what we're talking about. The more of it you do, the better off you're going to be, and that's what's important. So share, get your friends involved with this. They need it. That's what this is all about. Having them also benefit in the way that you've benefited. And like Renda pointed out, exercise is like a 4-letter word. So help your friends enjoy it. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.